This video is a continuation of our lesson on percent problems, but we are now going to do, we're starting right here, we're going to do solving percent problems as proportions instead of equations. So with equations, as you can see the blue writing up here still left on this sheet from the last video, we just did a translation. Here we're actually going to use a little a proportion setup, and it goes like this: the amount over the base is equal to the percent over 100. An easier way to remember it is right here, and this will work every time. The is word divided by the of word is equal to the percent number divided by 100. Now if you find that confusing, just hold off. Wait till we get to a couple and you'll see. So let's try setting this up as a proportion. 12% of what number is 47? I always look for the percent first. I know that that goes on the right. Percent, remove the sign, over 100. So I change my percent to a fraction. Now I'm looking for, I'm use different colors. Here is the of word, and here is the is word. The number that goes with the is word is 47, and it goes on top. So 47. The number that goes with the of word is what number? We don't know it. So that would be our X. But to keep it consistent with MathXL in my math lab, they are going to use A for the amount and B for the base. So we're going to use a B there. And you have your proportions set up. Let's try another one. I think you'll get the hang of it, and then we'll solve a few. 101 is, so I know this is my is number, 101. What percent of, here's my of word, and 200 is my of number. So is over of equals, what's missing is the percent. So we're going to use a P for percent, always over 100. Let's try another one. What number is, so the what number is the is, so that's going to be my A, going by A over B. Where is my of number? Of 45. 90% is my percent over 100, and I have my proportion. So it's different than translating the equations. All right, let's do a couple of these, and rather than just set them up, well, we'll do a couple more setups, then we're going to work some. 238 is, so that is my is number. What's the of? Of what number? So that's going to be the base, B. 40%, 40 over 100. What percent? So that's missing on the right hand side. Of is 30, so of goes on the bottom. Is 75, it goes on the top. So it's always is over of equals percent over 100. Just keep that in mind. Here's my percent. I'll do the right hand side first. Of 105, that goes on the bottom. Is the what number? That is the A. All right, let's set some up and work them. What number is, so that's what's missing. Of is 9, percent is 30. Now how do you work these? Well, this is something that we've done before. We're going to use the rule of cross products. So I'm going to say 100 times A is equal 9 times 30, or 100A equals 270. Solve by dividing by 100. A equals, I can divide by 10, and then divide any number by 10 is just moving the decimal point, so it's 2.7. So to divide by 100, let's do that again. 270 over 100. To divide by 100 or 10 or 1,000, you move the decimal point however many zeros there are. The decimal point's here, you move it 2 places, and you have 2.7. 150%, so let's put that on the right, 150 over 100. Is given, so there's my is number. My of number is missing, I'll use B. Cross products say 150B, that was this one, equals 30 times 100 is 3,000. So to solve that, I'm going to divide both sides by 150. Divide this side by 150. I can do that easily by saying 15 into 30 goes 2 with that leftover 0, and I have b equals 20. Next one, 20.8 is my is number. Where's our of number? Of what number? So that is b. 40 is my percent over 100. Cross products, 40b equals 20.8 times 100. To multiply by 100, I move the decimal point however many zeros there are, that many places to the right. So 40b equals 2080. I moved it 1, 2 and added a 0. Divide both sides by 40. I can do that. And I have 4 into 208, which is an easy division because it is even. And I get the base is 52. So it's all about proportions and cross products. And by now you've probably decided, do you prefer the proportion method or the equation method? I already told you I prefer equation, but if you like the proportion method better, that's fine. You just have to be able to do both. What percent, so I know that's going to be the right-hand side, it's missing, of 50 is goes on top. Cross products, 50p equals 8 times 100. Divide both sides by 50, and I get p equals 5 into 80. We'll do that division up here. That goes 1 time, and we get p equals 16. These are pretty easy divisions. By the way, that ran off the page. There you go. Last one. 504 is, so 504, where's my of? Of 360, what percent? P over 100. Cross products, 360p equals 504 times 100. Divide both sides by 360. I can make my life easier by dividing by 10, and now I have 36 into 5040. 36 into 50, subtract, bring down, and I think that goes evenly 4 times, 24, yes. Now we're not finished because there's a place here. This has to come down and that division go. So I end up with 140%. And this is the advantage to the proportion method. When it is the percent that is missing, and by the way, this should have been true on the last one too. There should have been a percent sign there. My fault, sorry. When it's the percent that's missing, when you were using the equation method, you got a decimal and then you had to convert it. But when you're using the proportion method, what you get is actually the percent. So I got my answer without having to do any converting.